Hey, what's good, my fellow masters? So, just on the heels of yesterday's announcement for NA's Advent Calendar, which will start on November 30th, we now got the official dates for the Interlude Campaign 15. As it was expected, this newest Interlude campaign is slated for early December, starting on the 1st at 2000 PST, and will last until December 8th. During this period, all Servant Interludes will be half the original AP cost. This includes the brand new Interludes being released with this campaign. The exception is the Spirit Origin release quest, of which I believe is just applicable to the SSR alter ego Astraea Domon. This would be a great opportunity to finish up any Servant Interludes you may have, especially when you can get some extra Saint Quartz out of some of them. For those that are relatively new to the game, you can access Servant Interludes through the Chaldea gate, where you will find the appropriate section just below the daily quests, though you will need to have the relevant servants at an appropriate bond level and ascension, and this varies somewhat servant to servant. There are 7 servants getting new interludes released with this campaign: SSR Saber Dioscuri, SSR Archer Sei Shonagon, the 2-star Archer Paris, the SSR Romulus Quirinus, the 1-star Rider Bartholomew Roberts, SSR Lancer Li Shuwen, and notably, this interlude will result in an upgrade to his MP. And lastly, the SR Ruler Astraea, who is also getting an upgrade to her MP with her interlude. As I touched on earlier, you will need to have these servants in your Chaldea and at an appropriate bond and ascension level to access these interludes. But don't worry if you don't have these servants. If you eventually summon them, their interludes can be completed then. Though, 2 of the servants listed here are obtainable through the Friend Point Gacha, Paris and Bartholomew Roberts. Since they are both of bronze rarity, the materials needed for their ascension is not very demanding, so try to level them up if you haven't already done so, to get a couple of SQ added to your savings. Every little bit can help. To go along with these new interludes, these 7 servants will each have double the chance for super and great success enhancements during this interlude campaign period. Now, there will be a bit of overlap with the Thanksgiving campaign's double chance of super and great success enhancements, which lasts until December 4th. At that point, until December 8th, it will only be these 7 servants with that enhancement bonus. Naturally, there is also a summoning banner, as if Thanksgiving wasn't temptation enough. There are 2 SSRs and 1 SR featured on the banner. First, we have the permanent 5-star single target Saber Dioscuri. The twins have an arts-based NP that is fairly potent, ignoring both invincibility and defense, plus debuffing the target's arts and quick resistance 10 to 30% depending on overcharge for 3 turns, though the debuff occurs after the MP damage. The twins can moderately increase their own quick and arts performance for 3 turns, provide a 1-turn party attack buff and NP damage buff, along with granting a 1-time debuff immunity for the party. They also have a pretty interesting ability that gives their 2 normal quick cards extra MP charge up to 10% with each attack, and mirroring that, their 2 normal arts cards gain up to 10 crit stars with each attack. All in all, I think Dioscuri is a pretty good single target saber, and when paired with Astraea can perform very well. Though, if you have the Welfare Saber Hokusai, or Yagyu Moninore and Saber Lancelot at multiple MP levels, then you probably don't really need Dioscuri. The twins are permanent, so they can potentially show up on nearly any banner, and they will also be available during the annual Valentine's and Chaldea Boys banners, given their unknown gender trait. It should be noted, Dioscuri is not among the options for the free SSR special summon expected with the 6th anniversary in July. The second SSR in this banner is the story-locked 5-star single target assassin Li Shuwen. This dangerous but cool-looking Ji-san has a very powerful arts-based MP, especially with his new interlude upgrade for it. With the MP buff, and comparing on a per NP level basis, Li Shuwen takes the top spot for non-trade effect NP damage among ST assassins. There is an instant kill effect on his MP, with the general chance increase from 100 to 150% with this new MP buff. Not to mention the overcharge effect of debuffing the target's defense 20 to 40% for 3 turns. His overall kit is mainly geared towards burst damage, a 1-turn large increase to crit damage with an ignore invincibility effect, a 1-turn star absorb that also provides up to 15 stars to complement it, and up to a 50% attack buff for 1 turn, that then becomes a 20% attack buff for 2 more turns, which also grants him a 1-turn debuff immunity. Assassin Li Shuwen is definitely no slouch, and I would say he's a solid, if not very powerful, single target assassin. Unfortunately, his MP is just 1 hit, so MP refund is not its strong suit despite being arts, but of course there are ways around this if his crit buffs can be properly leveraged. If you're still looking for an SSR to fill the role of ST Assassin, then Li Shuwen is certainly a solid choice. Though personally I would probably suggest looking at King Hassan, who will be on rate up soon on the Thanksgiving banner. King Hassan has an advantage in sustained DPS, and is also a very capable solo unit, allowing him some varied use cases. There is also the banner availability between the two to consider. King Hassan just has one known future banner, New Year's 2024. And while Li Shuwen is story locked, he will typically be available during the annual Chaldea Boys banner every March. And he will also be on rate up during the Road to 7 Lost Bell 3 campaign, expected around June of 2024. Assassin Li Shuwen is also among the options from which to choose a free SSR special summon released with the 6th anniversary in July. And then we come to the rate up SR for this Interlude Campaign banner, the permanent single target ruler Astraea. Mentioned earlier, Astraea's Interlude upgrades her MP, and not only will it do considerably more damage now, but it will also gain an ignore invincibility effect that activates first. Her NP's overcharge effect deals 100 to 200% extra damage, depending on OC level, to enemies with the evil alignment, something that's widely applicable. Astraea also has some utility with a 3-turn combined targetable attack, defense, and NP gen buff, though likely it would be used on Astraea herself. She can increase her arts performance for a turn, drop up to 30 stars, and utilize them with a 1-turn absorb and crit damage buff that also charges her NP by 20%. Her crit and NP battery skills on a very short 4-turn cooldown, with the other 2 skills being 5 turns. Astraea is a great unit to have. She is fully capable of being an effective universal attacker, especially potent when leveraging her anti-evil niche. Paired with Castoria, Astraea's performance becomes quite exceptional. If you're looking for a single target ruler that is strong enough to be effective against neutral targets, Astraea is definitely worth considering. She is permanent, however, so it's possible for her to show up during your rolls on other banners down the road. And if you just can't spare the quartz now, Astraea will have a number of future rate ups as well, with 2 of them coming up next year, during the Grail Front event in February, and again during the Grand Eurofest sometime around summer. And those are the details of the Interlude Campaign 15. Personally, I don't find myself tempted by this banner, even though I'm missing Li Shuwen. I can always wait for one of the Chaldea Boys events to roll for him. Though I do have a decent amount of interludes saved up, so it'll be nice to take advantage of the half AP cost. Now, for the question likely many have. Where is our 19 million downloads campaign? Originally on JP, it was held during the latter half of November, and typically NA gets these download campaigns a couple weeks earlier relative to the JP dates. But not this time for some reason. It's hard to be certain, and this is just my guess. I think it will be announced sometime during the first half of December. There was a comment in a previous video that this delay was probably done to pad out the time leading up to the Christmas event. So we'll just have to be patient and see what happens. Let me know in the comments if you have any alternate guesses for the downloads campaign. And for those that will be rolling on this banner, then I wish you all the best of luck. If you enjoyed this video, I would appreciate it if you could hit that like button. Thank you as always for watching, and until the next one, cheers!